Hey, it's Brad, and today I've got an upper body band workout that you can perform about anywhere in about 20 minutes using between 1 and 3 41-inch resistance bands. Now, just like before any workout, I want you to do a complete comprehensive ramp or warm up, getting the tissues warm, mobilizing our joints, getting our thoracic spine, especially for this upper body workout. We want that thoracic spine nice and open. We want those shoulders nice and warm. So the way we're gonna organize this workout today is I've got 4 upper body exercises, and we're gonna perform it in a 45 to 15 work-rest ratio. So we're gonna do one exercise for 45 seconds. We're gonna have a 15-second transition between exercises. Once we finish all 4 exercises, we're gonna rest for 60 seconds, and we're gonna perform this 4 times. So let's get on with the demo. The first exercise we're gonna do is going to be a seated row. So once I get untangled here, we will get our rows happening. And what you can do with a seated row with a band is you can do it on the floor if you'd like, but if you've got a small table, a bench, I'll show you a way that you can do it up here. So I'm gonna just have a seat. I'm gonna take a band around, looped around one wrist. I'm gonna loop it around the other here. I'm gonna loop around both feet. So I've just got my feet hooked there. I've got my tall posture. I'm gonna sit up and I can row. I can add that twisting movement that I like so much as well. Seated position just makes it a little bit easier to get in and out of if getting up and down the floor is not your friend. Then the next thing we're gonna do is using this same platform. You could use a coffee table, you could use a credenza, anything. We're gonna do an elevated push-up. So I've got it looped right around me, the band. I've got my thumbs hooked in there. Now, a couple ways we can get tension with the bands for a push-up: around the thumbs, or I can pass my fingers through so the band comes up and over, and that will add a little more tension. So to do our push-ups, got that band up high on the shoulder blades. Hands firmly here. I've got a nice plank position, lowering with control, pushing up. I'm not letting those hips sag. I'm not letting that head chicken neck forward. Adding just that little bit of tension for 45 seconds is going to make that push-up well worth it. Next thing, we've got a high pull. We're going to work those shoulders. I'm going to lose these guys. I don't think I'll need them. Maybe I will. I'm going to stand on one strand of the band, and on the other, I'm going to grab pretty close with that band with my hands. My knuckles are down, and then leading with the elbows, I'm going to pull it up and down with control. Pull up and down. I can take it up a notch by, as I pull up, I can add a pull there, squeezing those shoulder blades together, making sure that I'm leading with the elbows. A lot of times we see this. That's not what we're looking for there. That's your high pulls. Then the overhead press, same position. We're set. Band is right underneath the arches of the foot. Bringing this up and over, I'm going to press up with control, bring it down right in front of my face, up and down. Just like with that high pull or the upright row, I can push up and pull that band apart to add a little bit more, okay? And that's our 4 exercises. So I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. I've got a timer set. And as I mentioned, we're going 45 seconds of work, 15-second transition, 4 exercises. We're gonna take a 60-second rest after each round. We're gonna do 4 rounds. So we're gonna begin with our seated row. I'm gonna get the timer set. I'm gonna loop around one hand. And here we go with our timer. Now, loop around both wrists. I'm sitting up nice and tall. Toes are pointed up so that band doesn't slip. And I'm rowing, retracting those shoulder blades, really squeezing. I could stretch the legs out more if I needed more tension, but always keeping that posture, really initializing that pull, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good, always using control. This is strength training, so we want to use some good resistance here. As we get moving, I'll show you the variation to do on the floor as well. Same exercise, just a different strategy to get into it. Great. Let her go. We're going to go for that elevated push-up. So, got it around one thumb, keeping it up high across my back. Gonna get my hands set, and I'm pushing up. Now you might think elevated push-up, not that difficult if you're good at push-ups. You can try it on the floor. But we got a lot of push-ups here. 45 seconds is a long time. And I want to have good form. You could, of course, go to the floor. You could lose the band altogether. If it's too much, we got about 20 seconds. Keep those elbows tucked into the side a bit. We don't want them flaring out. Make sure those hips don't drop. We don't want that big arch in the back. We want to control and squeeze it out. All right, we're up. We've got our high pull coming. Step on the band. I've got it right on the arch of my feet. I'm going to grab close, pretty narrow. Knuckles are pointing down. My posture is high. And I'm going to begin pulling up, leading with those elbows. There we go. Now, as I said, if I need more, I can pull apart at the top. We can take it up a notch. Watch this. We're going to pull up, pull that band apart, back together, pull it apart, back together, and down. Really important that we don't shrug those shoulders up and that we're leading with the elbows. We don't need to pull that high. Many people make the mistake of just pulling way too high. And we get this kind of look. We don't want that. We want to keep those shoulders safe. Even if you only get up this high, that's great. Whatever you need to do. Rest. Okay, transition. Feet stay put. Going to go in that overhead press. So let's get that posture set. Overhand grip with this band. I'm going to bring it up. And let's go. Now, let's just keep that press strict here. Now, you can see how the band rubs on my forearms. If I want, I can simply let the band come on the inside. See how I did that? And I can press it up. Gives a different feel. Might be more comfortable if you don't like that band rubbing on you, or just go back to the outside. Let's add that pull. Let's keep it strict. Keep those shoulders from shrugging up, controlling that band. We're really getting the front of the shoulders here, the deltoids, with that high pull. Whew, there we go. That is round number 1, all right? So get another drink of water. We got 60-second rest here. I hope you got some good music on. So, remember the deal with bands. Love them. Portable, compact, light, versatile, effective. So I love workouts like this, especially when you're crunched for time. We're going to get started again with the seated row. Is going to be the first exercise. I'm going to go to the floor, show you how to do that variation. It's very similar. The seated version up on a box table, just a little easier to get into for most people. So I'm going to get on the floor. And again, wrapped around one wrist, looped around the other wrist, throw it around my feet. You're going to sit up tall, knees have a slight bend. Keeping that posture, and let's begin. Round 2 is underway. I like that twisting motion of the hands I can get with bands in these positions. One of the good things about them, and I'm really squeezing those shoulder blades. Initializing with that shoulder blade squeeze. We can easily cheat and just do what I call arm rowing, which is not using those scapular retractors. We get a lot of shoulder problems because we do not use our scapula the way they're supposed to. They get locked up, they get frozen. So we want to free those up. That's where your foam rolling, your stretching comes into play too, and just good mechanics. All right. We're going to go to that elevated push-up. Now remember, as I said, you can ditch the band if you want. This is a lot of push-ups. I got it looped around, right around thumbs, high up on the back. I got my hands set, and let's go. 45 seconds. I know it's long, but let's keep it strict. We want the most out of our workouts by making sure we pay attention to form, our technique. We don't rush it when we don't need to. We want good form and technique over just rushing out a bunch of sloppy reps. That's how you get hurt. You get hurt, you lose training time. You lose training time, you don't hit your goals, all right? Let's make sure we're not keeping that. Sometimes we get that really butt up position. Nah, push-up is like a plank. Plank with some movement of the upper body. I think we got about one more. Stay with me. Excellent, we're up. High pulls coming, or upright rows, whatever you like to call them. Standing on the band, arch of the foot. I can wiggle those toes if I want. Let that band get loose. Grabbing close. Let's up and pull apart at the top. Keep those hands high, elbows higher, and then pulling. Let's get that pulse. 1, 2. Good. 1, pull. And stretch that band. We're really frying out the front of the shoulders. Adding that pull gets that posterior, the backside of the shoulders, which is so important for shoulder health, for posture, everything. Let's not rush it. Make sure you're controlling the bands and the bands aren't controlling you. Come on, stay with me. Pull. Pull and pull. Good. And we're there. All right. Feet stay in position. We got the overhead press coming. All right. I'm ready. Hope you are too. Grabbing over that band. Let's get it up into position here. Either outside or inside. Let's press. And let's add that pull apart. And pull. Good. Pull. So the overhead press. It's good for the lateral and the front part of the shoulders. Call them the mirror muscles, right? Arms and shoulders. Adding that pull apart, though, is going to get that shoulder health going, right? As long as we don't let those shoulders shrug up. Let's press or keep it strict. If you start getting tired, we can start adding a little push press. A little dip of the knees and pulling. A little dip of the knees, only if we need it. We can always lighten the band. We can always go heavier with the band. Okay, that is round 2. We're halfway through. Make adjustments as needed. Most people are going to be a lot stronger on that row, so maybe go up on that row if you can. Keep it where you need to. We want good range of motion, good technique, as I said. We're not trying to keep up with anyone here. We're trying to make you better. You're becoming the best version of yourself possible. And we're not going to do that if we're using a weight that's too heavy. Okay? That being said, you got to be honest with yourself. Can I go heavier? Can I still get that form correct? If you can, I encourage you to try more. Right? If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. I'm getting set. Going to go back to the seated version of the row. Got my wrist looped through both sides here. Both wrists. Looping under the feet. And sitting tall, let's row. As I said, most people are strong with rowing. I could probably go up to that black band. But this is also working for me. Again, not allowing a shrug of those shoulders. I'm really able to get those lats engaged if I think about the muscles right under my armpits as I'm squeezing shoulder blades together. Not allowing them to shrug. Getting some biceps here as well. Anytime you do a pulling type exercise, you're getting arm work. Rows are so important for our health, for our safety. Working the back here. Because what we're doing now, good, is we're going to go to the front now. We got the push-ups. I'm going to stay elevated. I'm staying with the red band. I don't know about you, but these are tough. Okay, going to get set. Keep those hands anchored. Nice straight plank position. Let's go. With control. Don't get too fast and sloppy. I want to take advantage of both sides of the contraction. As I lower, that's the eccentric with control. As I push up, that's the concentric or the shortening phase. We want to control that lowering phase. That's important for injury prevention and for your strength development in general. We got about 10 seconds. Round 3. It's getting tough. Don't let that form break. And we're up. Whew. Upright row. I guess I shouldn't have done all those push-ups yesterday before I was going to teach you this exercise. Group of exercises here in this workout. Whew. Getting ready for upright row or high pull. All right, let's get those hands together. Lead with those elbows. Good, standing tall. Add that pull. Good. That's the way. Let's get a couple pulses. Pull and down and up and pull and down and up and pull and down. Let's go back to singles. Pull. I could always go up to that black band, but this is working for me. You make the call. It's your workout. Just a few more seconds here. Let's get another one. And that's it. Okay. Whew. Stay where we're at. We got the overhead press. My shoulders are getting very tired. This is the end of round 3 coming up. I'm staying with red band. Okay, standing tall. Let's get it up. Let's push and pull. Good. I've got a slight bend in my knees. I'm not locking out those joints. Let's add that push press if you need it. If you went up into that other band, you may need to get a little bit of momentum to get it going, or just stay strict. With the pull apart or without. And pull. Whichever way you decide to go with this, make it work for you. Not allowing that head to jut forward. Also, with that overhead press, I'm not pushing my hips forward. We're losing spinal stability then. No good. We want to control at all times. All right, round 3 is over. One more left to make it 4. Whew, last bit of water here. I hope you're sticking with me. We're going to go back to that seated row. Remember, I showed you on the floor. That's totally acceptable. Or seated, whatever's most comfortable for you. You got a bad knee, maybe you can't get up and off the floor that easily. Stay to the seated version. Okay? These are all just one band exercises. You can use attachments, door attachments, and other things to give you more variety. But hey, sometimes you just need something quick, down and dirty that's going to get you effective results quickly. That's what we're going for today. So, getting ready for the row. Looped around both wrists. I'm going to hook it under there. Let's get set up, get that posture set, and let's begin. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Typically, I like to see 2-to-1 rows to pushing type exercises. This workout's a little atypical, but generally, to keep most people safe, functional, injury-free, you want to bias a little heavier towards the pulling side versus the pushing side. Today we got 2 pulls and 2 pushes, kind of going a one-on-one. Stay tight, come on. Round 4, this is going to be it. Let's get going. Stay tall, excellent. All right, last push-ups. Make that adjustment as you need to. If you need a lighter band, you go for it. Or just drop the band, whatever you got to do. If you're going on the floor, you can drop to your knees. Let's get set. Let's get that plank position, guys, and let's go. Control the lift and the lower. Back in school when I was teaching college, people would say we're going to lift weights. I'd say, no, we're not. You're going to lift and lower weights. Lifting's only half of the exercise, right? We gotta lower that weight too. That control adds a lot. Got about 10 seconds. Push them out, come on. Let's get another one. And up. Okay. Whew. High pull, upright row coming. Whew. Front of my shoulders are screaming at me. Let's get set. High pull. Last set here. Close that grip. You can wiggle those toes. Let's go. Wiggling those toes, sometimes you can get some slack under that band between your feet. Let you a better opportunity to get more tension up top. Remember to add that pull. We're upward pulling. Keep those elbows high. Throw a couple bands in your overnight bag. If you're traveling, gym in a carry-on package. Come on, just a few more seconds. And pull, squeeze those blades. All right. Whew. All right, going back to the front. Side delt, last exercise here. We got that overhead press. I'm set, overhand grip with that band. Gonna stand tall. We're gonna flip it up. Let's go. Press it up, pull, control. Press it up, pull, and control. Remember to add that push press if you need to. Just a little dip of those knees. Just enough to help you get it up. Or go strict. Either way. A lot of ways to work it here. 20 seconds left. Let's go. Don't give up now. Stay with me. Got about 10. Come on. Finish it out strong. One more. Let's get it. Up. Come on. Pull. And control. That is it. 4 exercises. About 20 minutes. 1 band. Guys, great workout. Hope you had a good one too. Until next time, I'll see you in the gym.